from one president's team member. One president's team member. And he had over 300 directors and above at that rally.
Yeah.
300 directors and above were at that rally. Now, you might say, oh, Rico, you're just bragging on them. No, I'm not bragging on them. I'm telling you what the possibilities are. But the possibilities have to start here, and it has to start now. You know, 2022 is gone. Hello? There's nothing we can do about 2022. We can't change 2022. The mistakes we made are in 2022. The results we had are in 2022. Now we have to look at 2023 as a starting point to achieve massive success. Can you have massive success? Yes, you can. It is not as difficult as we think it is. You see, most people think working near life is a difficult process. It's not. There are strategies, there are techniques. If you master those strategies and techniques, you will find this is one of the easiest things that you can do. But most people don't take the time. We talk about sponsoring all the time. And you know why your team is not sponsoring? Do you know? Why are they not sponsoring? One, you're not sponsoring. Okay, that's a good answer, but that wasn't the answer I was looking for. That was a good one, but it wasn't the one I was looking for. The reason they are not sponsoring is because they don't know how. They don't know how to do the things that you do. And sometimes the things that you do seems complicated to them. Right? You see, I wanted to take time to make sure you walked away with an understanding of these incentives, because when you go out in the field, they're going to start asking you questions just like you were asking me. Yes? Yes. And you see, it's one thing to know. When you feel you know the answer, it becomes very easy. See, answering questions for you all is easy for me because I understand. If I didn't understand, answering questions would be difficult. The challenge of success is on you. The success that you have here in Uganda is on each and every one of you sitting in this room. And the first challenge that you have is you need to get more directors in this room. Hello? Hello? Now, I know they're up country and they're side countries, but we need to have more active directors working this business. Are you a leader? That's a question. Are you a leader? Are you a leader? What is a leader? What's a leader? Somebody tell me, what's a leader? A leader should have followers. That's a good answer. What is a leader?
A leader is someone going somewhere with other people.
Someone that is going somewhere, but not going alone. A leader is someone that is going somewhere, but not going alone. Write that down, so the next time someone asks you what is a leader, at least you'll have one definition. You can change it at any point in time you want to change it. But a leader is someone that's going somewhere, but not going alone. And how do you get other people to go along with you? You have to have vision. You have to have a goal. You have to have a dream. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. And that plan has to be big enough, and it has to be bright enough, and it has to be exciting enough. You know why I asked you those questions about your Subaru? Because it gets more exciting when you say, I'm going to get this Subaru, and it's going to be black in color. It's going to be white interior. And that gets exciting. People start painting a picture. And I'm going to give everybody a ride in my Subaru. And you won't give everybody a ride, but it's okay. You see, your vision has to be clear. It has to be exciting. It has to be concise if you truly want someone to go with you. Do you know where you're going? I hear a lot of talk about Stella being the true ruler. Is that where you want to go? This year. Are you excited? Are you excited? Let me see the smile if you're excited. You see, if you have something that you want and you know you're going to get it, you should be smiling all the time. You know why? Because you have a strong belief. I think about things and I start laughing. Not just smiling, I start laughing because I'm so excited knowing that I'm going to get it. The other half of being a leader is called leadership. Leadership. Leadership is your ability to get me to follow you willingly. Leadership is your ability to get me to follow you willingly, not through intimidation, not through harassment, not through anger, not through bribery. But I get you to follow me willingly because you believe in where I am trying to take you, where I'm trying to take the organization. You see, this business is not like a catch when catch can. You know what I mean when I say catch when catch, just do things randomly? This business is based on your ability to put a system in place that is simple to understand, easy to do, and duplicatable. A system that is easy to understand, simple to do, and that it is duplicatable. Sometimes you all are not duplicatable. And I'm not talking about the individuals in this room, but I'm talking about in this industry. People are not duplicatable because they get caught up in going somewhere they don't have to go. There's only one thing that is new in this business. Can anybody tell me what it is? People. That is the only thing that is new in this business. You don't need no new stuff. I believe I subscribe to a philosophy that you tell people what you want to tell them. You tell them like you believe they want to hear it. You tell them like it's the first time you've ever told them, and you tell them the same thing over and over and over. Why do you tell them the same things over and over and over? I gave you the answer just a minute ago. Why do you tell them the same things over and over and over? Huh? Not just understand, because you have new people. You don't need to change. You're not here to entertain people. You're here to educate them. So you tell them the same thing. And it's like if you are copying and duplicating what I am doing, when I tell your new people the same things that you are telling them, then you are excited and they can get excited. The only people that get bored from hearing the same things over and over are the ones that's not bringing any new people. Hello. And they come and then they expect you to entertain them, and they'll go like, oh, I heard that before. I had a lady in Jamaica. I was on a world team meeting in Jamaica, and I was going through my thing and excited, giving them the information, at the end of the meeting, she came up to me, she said, Rico, how can you get so excited about telling us the same things you told us before? And you know what I said to her? I said, did I tell you this before? She said, yeah. I said, are you using it? She said, not necessarily. I said, then that's why I'm so excited, because you need to hear it again. People don't get it the first time. They do not get it the first time, and don't you think they do. Don't sit here believing, well, all I have to do is tell them once and I can go on to something. No. Simple, easy, and duplicated. Simple, easy, and duplicated. You should have a system that allows an individual, well, let me explain to you. Okay, we're going to say this is you, right? You have 3 groups of people that whose lives are in your hand. One is your team. Now, you call it your nursery. I think you use nursery, right? Or team.
Personal team.
Huh?
Say personal team.
Personal team, okay. So, you have your personal team. Then you have your director team. Some of you have directors, some of you may not have directors, but you have your director team. And last, you have your world team / president's team. And I know Sapphire directors that have president's team members. Hello? Isn't that amazing? A Sapphire director that has president's team members. Right there in Tanzania, right next door to you. A Sapphire director that has a president's team that has 4 president's team down in that organization. Say what? You got this one, right? So I want you to draw a graph. And on this graph, to the right, to the left here, I want you to put an R for responsibility. Put an R for responsibility, or just put responsibility. And down at the bottom, I want you to put a T for time. T for time. When you sponsor someone, your system should be simple, easy, and duplicatable. Yes? Okay. Why? Do you know why? This is why. Because here I want you to put 0, and here I want you to put 100%. Why should your system be simple, easy, and duplicatable? Because you are responsible for my success 100%. You are responsible for my success 100% when I first get started. I don't know. And if you don't have a system in place, then I'm going to be angry with you. I might fall out, but you're responsible for my success. I'm not saying you are responsible to hold my hand and walk with me. You have to have a system where I can what? I can learn and I can take greater responsibility for myself. And as I take greater responsibility for myself, then you can go work with other people. What you are trying to accomplish, and I hope you really understand this, what you are trying to accomplish is you are trying to develop independent units. Hello. Independent units that will follow your system, and the system will then become self-perpetuating. I don't want to hold on to you. I'm going to involve you, and I'm going to show you how I involve you, but I don't need to hold on to you. I want you to be independent so you can go out and work your business. I don't want you to depend on me to do everything. Put your lines through like I just did. And we're going to go back and recap. This is your personal team. This is your director team. And this is your world team / president's team. Who needs most of your time? Huh? Can anybody tell me from this chart? Who needs most of your time? Just looking at this.
Personal team.
Your personal team. Why is your personal team so important? Why? Someone tell me. Quick, give me a quick answer. Come on. Say quick.
They write my check.
No, not because they write your check. Why are they so important? They help get your check. But why is your personal team so important?
You want to develop a director team from your personal team.
What? Why are they so important? Because you develop legs from your personal team. You don't develop legs from down under. You develop legs from your personal team. If you don't sponsor someone, you will never have a leg. And what I found is, out of the years of working this business, I can show you businesses that could be 3, 4, 5 diamond, but they don't have the legs. You know why they don't have the legs? Because they stopped sponsoring to go wide, and they decided they're going to dive deep. And they want to go down there, and they want to help somebody down here, and they want to go down there, and up here, we're treading water. We're just barely hanging on. Andrew said, he said, I got 6 or 7 strong legs, but I got 6 or 7 legs, but I got 2 that's a little wobbly. You have to focus on developing your legs. That's when you work wide. And you work deep by teaching your people to do what you have done. How much time should you spend with your personal team? Daily and weekly. Daily and weekly. You need to spend the most time with your personal team. Your director team. Weekly, monthly. There are things that your directors should be doing independent of you. And then you go assist them. And when you go and assist them, what is your #1 objective when you go to assist your directors? What's your #1 objective? I know you don't know the answer I got in my head, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Order for them to qualify, absolutely. That's why you're going to assist them. Someone else who wants to start. Stella, you're going to be a 2 Ruby. You got to start talking, honey. You can't be a 2 Ruby being quiet. Huh? You're not quiet? You were talking up here. What's the #1 thing you need to do when you go to work with your director? Absolutely, but here's the #1 reason. Here's the #1 thing you do when you go work with your director. You sell that individual to their organization. That's what you do. That's the #1 responsibility you have when you go work with your director. You sell that person to their team. You say, oh, you're just so blessed today. You just don't understand how strong your director is that's leading this charge. You know, I've worked with them and they've shown me that they can really help people achieve success. Because you want my personal team and my nursery, you want my other directors that are coming up to believe in them. And what happens so often is they start believing in you. And if you give up responsibility of your team, you'll never get it back. If you give up responsibility for your team, you will never get it back. If you give it to me, you won't get it back. They'll be looking to me. If you give it to Andrew, you'll never get it back. Because they'll look to him. Justice. They'll look to justice. As a director, you are responsible for your team because you should be trying to establish some degree of independence, meaning I know how to do some things. I don't need to wait on my upline to help me do everything. Weekly and monthly, you're going to work with them. In the World Team President's team, I just put as necessary. If they need you, they'll tell you. Because if you look at this chart, they have achieved 100% responsibility, haven't they? But down here is where we need to work. Because they haven't achieved very much responsibility at all. Now, there are some things that you need to do to help a new person in your system start to achieve success. And when I say in your system, it is a strategy that you repeat. It's an ongoing process, but the only difference is based on what the individual is willing to give. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing you need to do to have a team